morning, everyone. My name is Dominic.
My name is Jamal.
And welcome back to
Soul Oasis. We here.
Yes.
We're back.
We're here.
Yeah.
He's hype. He's drinking
Hype. Too hype.
not
hype.
apple juice.
I'm not drinking apple juice. I haven't had apple juice in a minute.
Imagine they made an apple juice coffee.
I wish they did. They
Or
might.
an apple juice coffee, like you say.
Coffee? Gotta drink some of that coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say, the doctors say a coffee a day keeps the doctor away. Might as well drink 7.
I think it's probably the opposite.
Well, hey, who knows?
It's a toss-up, one or the other.
Do we really believe in science? I don't know.
Nope.
Hey. I'm excited to be here, Dominic.
That's good.
Are you excited to be here?
Sure, man.
Yeah?
Just kidding. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to be here. I've been here for a while.
Oh.
Because I apparently can't be bothered to get up and go anywhere on Sunday.
How dare you?
I know.
Hey.
It's. Did you think I was gonna say something about you?
I
was
was trying to see where you were going to go. Yeah, I was trying to
How
see.
dare you be at church?
How dare you
instead of
go.
sitting right next to me?
Well, you know, there's a thing. I mean, do you really have to go to church?
Yes.
Why? Why do you have to go to church?
God said so.
Why though? What's the purpose of church?
To commune with God.
Community God, can't you do that anywhere?
No, I mean, there's literally a thing called communion.
There is.
You must uphold the Sabbath day.
Yeah, but you can worship God anywhere.
Yeah. But if you're able to, you should go to church. That's
Yeah.
why I'm such a poor
I mean, yeah, but I don't feel like it's a necessity. I feel like you go to church to strengthen yourself. But like to be
I'm talking about biblically.
damnated
It said,
to
hey,
hell.
go to church. He was like, it's not really up for debate. Can you make it to church? Yeah, and then go to church.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm just not doing
What
it.
they say church is where the home is.
Sure, man. All right. Your face just completely disappeared when you took a sip.
Or did it?
Oh, it's about the same?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's on... Oh,
hey,
another life.
Dominic.
I'm Dominic. That's crazy.
Let's get to this powwow session, man.
Nah.
Let me hear about your day.
They don't get to hear about it.
Just catch up.
Just kidding. I drank some tea.
Okay.
Drank some chocolate raspberry truffle, I believe.
Oh, sounds delicious.
It was good.
Delicioso.
I've been watching YouTube.
YouTube.
Looking at all this Charlie, you know who.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. But
Yes, we will.
other than that, I was listening to Maroon 5. I'll get to that too.
Hey.
Kind of. And I moved this stuff 4 times while you were gone because I didn't like the way it was sitting.
That's okay. Change is necessary.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, hopefully it looks good, guys. Let us know. Gotta be honest, I'm feeling tired still. Now
Wake
it just
up.
kind of hit me. You saw that?
Get up.
My eyes became lit. How's it going, guys?
Get up,
Look at you
man.
like this. Just make sure I stay awake.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I was just about to do the same thing. Gong. Bing. Yep. Here we are.
Hmm.
Back again.
Mm-hmm.
Please check me out this coming weekend on Twitch.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Woo,
I have
woo,
things.
woo,
I have
woo.
this set up. It's under Dominic Herring.
Let's go.
I was gonna make a name, but let's be real. It's better just to be me.
Hey.
Yeah.
I like
You know what? Let me just throw the Let me hear your powwow. Let me hear how you've been doing.
My week is getting a little bit better.
Dang, it already passed.
My week was a little bit better.
Yeah.
I got a client coming in 2 weeks, so I'm excited about that.
Finally.
Oh, I have
Thank
to finally
God.
make money.
That means you can go.
That means that I get to save. That's what that means.
I hate it when you're smart.
Man, somebody gotta be.
Good thing I'm editing this.
But no, it's good to have a client coming back. I miss that income, and it's nice to have. I've been going out a lot, not this week, but I want to go fishing. I want to go fishing so bad.
Stop it.
I was going to go yesterday, but I didn't.
No, it's crazy. Before things happened, I was gonna see if we wanted to go on this little fishing thing in Florida.
Oh, dang.
Because they have they have this fishing spot and they take you to little places throughout the day, and they give you you could bring your own fishing stuff. I wasn't going to. I'm not gonna buy fishing stuff. But because you were doing all this fishing stuff, I was like, dang, we can go check that out. Not sure if anybody but you and maybe me would have enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, probably not.
My mom would be like, "What the heck am I doing?
What do
here?"
we do? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But
Shop.
it's cool. It's
She
been a
didn't went to
good
do that.
week. Went to church today. Necessary.
did.
Always love that.
Wow, you literally just said the opposite.
What?
You like went to church today, necessary, just had a whole.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary to go to church. I think it's necessary to have that experience. I don't believe that just like you have to be at a church to worship Jesus.
You don't have to do it to worship him. You have to do it to uphold
Yeah, but
what he said to do.
Yeah, but like, why can't this be a house of worship right here?
Because it's not God's house.
But someone had to make that house to make it God's house. It was just
Yeah,
blessed.
but it was made with a specific purpose.
Yeah, but this could
Only
be
for
too.
that.
I don't know. But yeah, I went to church.
Well, hopefully only for that.
It was nice. And then one of my friends is moving into a house, so I went to go see that out. That was awesome. Love it.
Goofy.
And now it's nice. It's like a family house. It's like their aunt is moving, so they're just basically giving it to them.
Property taxes.
But it's cheap for them.
I'm just talking crap.
It's
Good
like,
for them. I hope they like it. And it's a hand-me-down house, so I'm hoping they won't have to do too many repairs. Are they planning any renovations? Or are they just going to chill?
no, they definitely it needs work.
Okay.
Not like broken down, nothing like painting and like weeds and like maybe
That's good. It gives them something to do once they move in
Yeah.
beyond just moving their stuff into the house.
But it's
Something to
cheap.
look forward to outside of
Yeah.
showing up.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a good week. I feel like I am more energized and more ready to go into this next week.
Please.
I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I feel motivated.
I feel motivated too. That's why I'm probably going to make a very silly decision if it doesn't work out.
What do you mean?
Like a do or die decision.
Wait, what?
Money.
If what doesn't work out?
My plans.
Oh. What decisions? I'm intrigued.
A large loan.
To do what?
Make it.
Okay.
I'm being vague. Some of it will go to like the streaming and all that,
yeah.
but there's certain things I want to buy.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things I want to buy
Yeah.
so I can finally get certain reels out there.
Yes.
I can finally get certain videos up on the internet.
There you go.
I'm just going to go all in. I don't have a car payment.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Whew, lucky
a
you.
larger loan will help consolidate the debt I already have, which isn't too bad. It will be once I take that loan out. I'm not thinking of like $50,000 or anything, but
Before that's good though. I was about to
isn't that
say
what Drake said?
that he did before he got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing that. At least as of filming this podcast. $900 payments aren't really that bad. Bro.
Yes, it is. Oh my goodness,
That's crazy.
man.
Here with the paycheck.
Facts.
Just every other paycheck is the loan payment.
Man.
Terrible.
But before we get into Charlie, I want to talk about a little bit of motivation because I like how you're getting to your streaming. I'm loving that.
Yeah, that's a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
Are you planning anything like that?
Like streaming?
Is that what you're about to say? Like you're motivated to go do some more stuff? Or are you just gonna do like your reels and do some acting or voice
Well,
work?
I've been working with. I think I told you a little bit about it, but I went to the Little Town, the Albuquerque Little Theater or whatever.
Yes.
And talk to them. They have an audition coming up soon, but I think it's like majority of the Caucasian side. So I don't think I can do that one.
You did say they needed white people.
Yeah, well, literally they had an audition that was like Caucasian audition. So I was like, all right, well, that's cool. But
Get
I'm
some
excited.
makeup.
I'm excited for that.
Drewski. Woo.
Drewski.
See, that's one thing I want to talk about too, actually.
What's up? Talk about it.
Some people of the Caucasian variety mention like, so we can do blackface now, right? Because it's funny. First off, let me say this right now. If it's funny, yes.
Yeah.
Let's be real. If it's funny, who cares?
Yeah.
I don't like that some people got upset about it because I watched the whole thing. And you could tell it was just fun.
Yeah.
It was not made with malicious intent. I've said this about words, about actions.
Yeah.
If it's not done with malicious intent, yes, people are going to get upset about things, but that's on them.
It is.
If it's not done with malicious intent, there are no apologies to be made. Go out there, have fun. Now, if you build your own brand around making fun of people, hey.
Well, my thing is with blackface, so
it has a history.
Yeah, and the history is not good.
Yes.
But also, like, it's not good. And at the same time,
because it was malicious in intent.
Yeah, but there are also videos of white people dressing up as blackface back in the day. And it was just like because they couldn't have black actors. Before anybody demolishes me in the comments, I'm not saying I'm not defending that at all. I'm just saying example.
No, I'm kidding.
Because, bro, they'll be like, oh, he supports blackface. I don't care.
They were giving some good performances. Robert Downey Jr.
But see, black people love that. But it was hilarious.
Because it was funny. And it was done. I mean? It was within the context of the movie. It made perfect sense, too.
Yeah. I love that. And then he won an award for
Stay cool. Stay cool.
Come on. I love that, man.
That was funny. Don't act like it wasn't.
No, it was hilarious.
That's one of my favorite movies ever.
I want to see it so bad, bro.
That's our next movie, Tropic.
Bro, I watched it so much growing up, bro. That was
so
hilarious.
I only watched it for the first time, I think, in college.
Really?
Because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I missed it in theaters. And I'm like, well, let me see it. Finally, it came on some sort of streaming platform, and it was so funny. I watched like 3 times in a row.
Yeah, that movie is hilarious. I think I watched it for the first time like at a Redbox or something. Like I got the DVD.
This man loves Redbox.
Me?
Yes,
bro. Redbox is
you are their sponsor.
No,
it's honestly, it might be above apple juice for you. How many times you mention it?
Absolutely not. Nothing's above apple juice.
That's crazy.
Not a materialistic.
Not even pineapple juice.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's good though, but nah.
It is good. I don't know who drinks just pineapple juice.
I know some people who drink just pineapple juice.
Not for that reason. I'm talking like just recreationally.
What are you?
Listen, all I'm saying is some people be doing different things.
Yeah.
I'm drinking juice so I can drink juice.
Okay.
Not for anybody else's benefit.
So today we have some sad news, and we want to talk about a little bit. Charlie Kirk.
Why are you saying it like we are the one breaking this story?
Breaking news. We just got it live 2 seconds ago. Nah. But Charlie Kirk passed away this week.
Charlie Kirk
a few days ago.
Was assassinated.
Yeah,
he was murdered.
He was murdered. He was murdered. Yes.
By a complete lunatic.
Yeah.
Another thing, we don't even know all the facts. Who knows if the FBI even really got the right guy? Because they caught 2 of the wrong guy first.
Yeah.
And then it took, supposedly, if this is the right person, and it wasn't a joint job or somebody else entirely took the fall, it took his father turning him in for them to find him.
Yeah.
Now, maybe they would have found him eventually, but whatever. We don't need to. They caught him. If it is him, despicable act. What was your first reaction, Jamal?
My first reaction was the world we live in is messed up. I'm not a supporter or a non-supporter of the man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an activist. Go out there and like promote your people, but I don't care about that point of view. People hear him talking, they're like, "Oh, he's the devil. Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, he doesn't care about people." Da da da. But like, he does. I feel like I said, like listen to his debates, right? Like that's what I do. I listen to a lot of his debates. I don't I want to hear everyone's side, and then get the facts for myself because people can take clips and then just diminish what he says, right? And we could talk about that a little bit too. But yeah, no, I heard it and I was like, bro, how can someone's freedom of speech and you're murdering this guy just because you don't like the way that he talks? You don't like the way another man talks. That's crazy to me. Like you had to physically get up and go to this venue to listen to him. You don't have to, if you don't like him, you don't have to listen to him. You don't have to go, you tuning in supports him. So like, you don't have to give this man any kind of notoriety. You don't have to do anything to him. You chose to listen and to hate this man enough to kill this man. And I think that's crazy.
True. And I think it's worth noting that people after the fact behaved some people behaved very poorly.
Yes.
Cheered on his death, made fun of him and his family's suffering.
Yeah.
Which I think is despicable. I can't imagine ever doing that. Some jokes, people have joked about such things in the past, but one, it was way too soon. Two, this isn't some man who was a political figure responsible for the deaths of millions.
Yeah.
People called him Hitler. He wasn't Hitler. Hitler had the death of 6.5 million Jews on his head and others in World War II. Wasn't Stalin. He wasn't Mussolini. He wasn't all these people. He was a man. People brought up, he's basically one of the nicest versions of how this could go. He's not a man calling for violence. He's a man, he's not even a man calling for condemning everyone who disagrees with him. He's a man who vehemently disagreed with a lot of people he was talking to in some debates Jamal was talking about, but encouraged discussion. That it convinced me I'm wrong. I may be wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. That's what he did. And not only is assassinating the man basically admitting your argument wasn't strong enough to speak to him about it, but it leads America down a dark path on either side of the aisle, because I'm worried this will go one of three ways. It'll either, let me not say everything, but I'm worried it'll cause more violence. Seeing someone, because it worked, you killed. It's not like a Donald Trump who almost got assassinated and turned his head at the last moment. Mm-hmm. This man is gone.
Yeah.
And in the eyes of many of the people who hated him, it worked, because he will no longer be able to speak what they consider hatred or disagreeable comments. So I'm worried more people may try this. I'm worried on the right side of the aisle, on Charlie Kirk's side, that people say, well, let's fight fire with fire and try to do the same thing. I'm also worried that even if they don't do that, it will discourage debate and conversations with people, because some others may say, and some people, it looks like people are like, let's get behind Charlie Kirk. We can't let it stop us. Let's get out there and talk. But I'm worried if it doesn't continue in that direction, people say, well, I don't want to get assassinated. My family needs me. Right. And who wouldn't think that? We don't want to die. And we're not saying anything that crazy.
But I will.
But yeah, the political figures, and Charlie Kirk was incredibly popular. Donald Trump has cited him as a reason why he won so handedly in his election. So I think it is a dangerous path, especially in the United States of America, to go down a road where we cannot have full body discussions with each other.
Yeah.
Because the way this should work is Jamal and I disagree with each other completely on an issue, or maybe even a few. We can argue about it. We could even yell about it, even though I don't think we bother. What's the point? But we could yell about it, scream at each other, disagree, and then afterwards go out for some coffee or whatever, go hang out, because it's the United States of America. You're supposed to be able to disagree with somebody. You might not be their best friend, but you don't need to be.
I always feel that if you can get into an argument, because I tell my homeboys this all the time, that there's a difference between an argument and a debate. I feel like an argument is so, it doesn't change anything. Mm-hmm. You can talk to somebody, you can talk to your blue in the face, or just a little bit lighter. I don't know. Just skin colors. Anyway, but you can talk to your blue in the face and no side will change. That's an argument, because no one is hearing each other. No one is listening. A debate, I can yell, scream, whatever. But as long as we still have that communication and that I'm listening and acknowledging what you're saying, then I'm fine with it. Same thing with an argument. Like if I'm talking to a girl or something and we're screaming, yelling, talking, whatever the case may be. But if it's the point where she's like, oh, I'm not listening to you, then what are we talking for? Because at that point, I'm just speaking. And I don't like that. I don't want to speak without a purpose.
You've spoken about that. That's one of your pet peeves. Yeah. When people, not only for advice, but when they ignore your point of view entirely.
Yeah. What are we doing?
But this takes it several steps further. He could have just ignored it. And it would have been probably annoying to some. Like, why are you ignoring it if you're asking these questions? But at least you're toning it out. That's your decision.
Yeah.
To strike back against this man, not through words, but through harmful actions.
Crazy.
it's literally crazy. And I think that's something we need to address. There's evil in this world, and this wasn't evil action. But to me, only people who are truly mentally ill could ever wish and actually commit the act of murder on a man or woman for a disagreement.
Yeah. For anything.
You've thrown all logic to the side. If somebody said the most salacious, terrible things about my family members, I'd be upset. I might be blue in the face, blustering, who knows what I'd do. But I'd never kill somebody for that.
No.
And Charlie Kirk wasn't going at these people personally. He wasn't saying, you, Derek, from this place and this thing, your entire family's trash, and I hope all of you die. He was disagreeing with your opinions on political matters. Sometimes I saw him debate people about basketball.
Yeah.
Who's the GOAT with Michael Jordan or LeBron James? There are some people get terribly frustrated and argue with each other over that. Are you going to murder somebody? End somebody's life? Take their father away from their children and wife?
Yeah.
Because they said something I didn't like. Completely unacceptable. And like I said, some of the people who are cheering it on, they're only disgusting, but it shows how much empathy in the spirit have degraded in this world. Because back in the day, look at 9/11, 20 plus years ago, nobody cared that what political side of the spectrum these people were. Everybody was devastated.
Yeah.
And they called for action. Nowadays, I would fear if something like that would happen, people would be like, well, down with those in power. Those who have the money, they were oppressing us anyway. Like, oh, all the people in there were Republicans or whatever the case may be. They deserved it. And it seems far-fetched, but so was in my childhood cheering on the public execution of somebody for disagreements. So it is my first reaction was like horror and sadness. Like, how could this happen to somebody? I didn't really know Charlie Kirk. You've probably heard more stuff about Charlie Kirk because you've actually watched his debates.
Yeah, I do. They're fun.
But I knew he was somebody that like was beloved by millions on his side of the aisle, disliked by others on the other side of the aisle. But to kill somebody,
yeah,
that's like to wish death on who knows who, like these talk show hosts who are Democrats because they're spreading hate by spreading misinformation. Maybe they are spreading misinformation, or maybe that's what they truly believe, or maybe they do have some hateful things to say. Should we kill them? Never. You can go debate them. Maybe they're less accessible than Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was the one putting his hand out and being like, okay, would you disagree with me on this topic? Tell me exactly why. I'll give you a platform so millions can see you and hear your voice. It's very disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, the man, it was just one that this lady came up and she was like, do you like waffles or pancakes? And he was like, well, let's debate about it. And he liked pancakes and whatever. There was also one where he does give people platforms. There's a guy who came up and was like, I got like something tragic happened to this person, like the same night, three times the same night. And he was like, dang, really? And he like, my thing is, I think people don't like him because of how blunt he is. And he was like, I think you're lying. And he told this man, he was like, I think you're lying. And he was like, why would I lie about being like abused and almost raped and everything? And he was like, I think you're lying because he was like, you didn't go report it. And he was like, if that really happened and you didn't report it, well, let's go do it right now. And he was like, and the guy was like, well, I'll think about it. And he was like, see, you're lying. He's like, I just gave you a chance to like go report it. We can go put these people in jail right now. I'll go with you. He's like, I'll even like call some higher up people and we can get this settled if you were like racially thinged or raped or whatever. But he was like, I said I'll do all of this and you said I'll think about it. He's like, I think you're lying. And then like I agree to like, I'm not going to like, if that happened to him, then
it's terrible.
But like, I like how blunt he is. Because he's like, well, I mean, why are we wasting our time pity-patting around situations?
Yeah. He definitely didn't dance around his feelings and try to placate everyone who ever talked to him. But I think that's a positive. there are moments where maybe you should be more gentle with your words, but his entire platform was meant for honest discussions. And yes, he was blunt, like Jamal said, but one, that's his personality. Two, when you bluntly hear somebody's feelings or thoughts on a matter, it makes it easier to understand their point of view so that you can have that back and forth.
Yeah. One of his issues, he talked a lot. He has a few things with his. Oh, I don't have a hat on today.
No, you don't. Like that's crazy. I don't like it. Well, you went to church. So
I did. My
can't be a hat on.
Done. But dang. One thing that he talked about is DEI.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is, by the way?
I do. Yes.
And
yes,
so there is a clip, and I think it's kind of spread out. And I was talking to one of my homeboys about it yesterday. But the clip, if you just take the clip, it was like if I saw a black air pilot, that I would wonder like if they're qualified. And that was just what the clip was. And I was like, well, you didn't listen to the whole debate. Because I did. And so the whole debate says, he's talking about how that there's like 4 or 5% black people that are air pilots right now. And he was saying that with the DEI, that there wanted to be 40 or 50% of air pilots that are black. Yeah. And he said that I understand that there's not just going to hire a random nilly black person, but there is still the pretense of that. Why wasn't there 40, 50% before? He's like, I feel DEI is kind of racist because it's supposed to equalize it, but forcefully. He was like, it'd be cool if it was natural and you naturally hire people. But he was like, to forcefully tell me that I have to hire 40, 50% of a color demographic because of the race is forcefully racist. And he was like, he brought up if there was a black pilot, I would question it, because he was like, because they have to meet this quota, who's to say that they won't like cut corners to make that person fit? He was saying that it's not that they're not as qualified. He was saying that if that's the issue, then why weren't they there to begin with? And I don't think it's an honest question. I don't care, because someone asked him, they were like, Charlie, he's like, when you get on a plane now, do you care about your pilot? And he was like, no, I don't. He's like, honestly, I don't know if they're black, white, Indian. He's like, it doesn't matter to me. But he said that with this new DEI rule, that now I question it, because like, why weren't they there before? And why does it matter about the race thing? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's another, hey, I could go on Charlie Kirk for a minute, but there was one interview where it was about blind, I forgot the other word, but it's basically like when you fill out the application, and he was like, why don't you do it blindly? Like, why don't you take off the race, the age, and the sex? Just hire it based off of merit. Oh, blind merit, I think it was what it's called. And he was like, he doesn't agree with blind merit because of what it is. He was like, if it changes, then yes. But he was like, the race part, it doesn't matter. But the age part, the race, like the gender part, he's like, that part matters, because you don't want to hire somebody for a job and they're like 70 and they're about to retire next year. He's like, that part plays a benefit. And also, you don't want to hire someone who can't lift like 50 pounds if that's what the job entails. He's like, these things matter. He's like, the race doesn't matter. And that was my question to you, because I talked to one of my homeboys about it. But why is race on like documents?
Originally, well, it's been on there for a long time. When we had affirmative action, it was to help balance and give opportunity to people they felt were disadvantaged, like African Americans, women, that sort of thing. Eventually, it was considered, that's why it was struck down recently, because they considered it no longer necessary, because there is equality under the law. And I mean, that's essentially it. It still is put there because they were expected to meet certain quotas or face consequences. It stayed after affirmative action was struck down because people are just used to it.
Yeah.
And despite, imagine the day before affirmative action was struck down, yet 40% of your workforce you're hiring is black. And the next day you do it merit-based entirely, and all of a sudden it's only 15%. But if you look at only the numbers of the people you hired after this thing, people can say, oh, well, obviously racist. Look at the numbers. They don't even have to hire these people anymore. But people look deeper will be like, well, percentage-wise, blah, 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 blah. And maybe those people just are racist. Who knows? But
I mean, that could be it too. But here's my thing that I don't like about Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
And I do and I don't. Because I think he words it to fit him perfectly. Is he uses statistics.
A good debate tactic, yeah.
He uses statistics very wisely. And his statistics are normally like looked up true. But when you talk about statistics, it's only partial of the thing, right? Because he has the statistics that are like I don't know, like 2/3 of black gender people don't have a father, or like 33% of prisons are black, or whatever. He's saying that like majority of, like, when he talks about black race in particular, that he talks about like the percentage rise. But my thing is that you look at it in totality, and even when you talk about jobs and how you say that like there should be a percentage of black people that should work here.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at America, majority of the percentage is Caucasian. So it's like, if you want to put that percentage, if you talk about airports, like 40-50% to be black, the black percentage is not as big compared to the Caucasian percentage. And I think that's where I don't like it, because it can go for him and against him.
It can go for him and against him. He's doing it as a blanket statement, but then you also have to keep in mind these percentages, while they do go in his favor in a lot of instances, it's not taking a lot of times people, when they bring up percentages, not taking into account what led to those percentages.
Yeah.
Like, see, only blah, blah, blah. Like, look at this disproportionate percentage. Only these many black people got in here versus this many white people. But then you have to say, well, how many black people even applied for the job?
Exactly.
Or like, oh, but this was within this amount of time versus this amount of time. And there's other things with the hiring practices. Oh, they changed their person. So they did a hiring freeze at this point. There's a whole bunch of stuff that comes into account. Like you said, he does it where it suit. He did it. Oh man, that's sad. To where it fit his narrative. And that's the debate tactic.
It is great.
He gave them a chance. If they had known the statistics, maybe they could have fought back against it.
Yeah.
He was just better prepared in a lot of these instances.
Well, absolutely.
Because that's what he did as a living. He debated people.
And he talks a lot about how, which I agree, that black families should have more fathers and stuff. And then he said that the statistic is that the families that have both parents have a better stability, which is true. If you have two incomes in your house, it's better than one.
Yeah.
But his statistic is that black families have more houses without fathers compared to other races, which statistically, yes, but it's like,
as a ratio,
compare it to a different race. Like, maybe if you scale it the same way, like if the people were the same, it could be different. Like, there are a lot more Caucasians compared to black people, but if the scale was the same, who knows what percentage it would be then? Like, I don't know. He did a great job with it. I just feel like sometimes that's where it can be misconstrued.
Yeah.
But hey,
I think I saw that one. I think he was going by ratio though on that one. Though he's mentioned that a bunch of times. I'm not sure. I just saw one where he argued against DI, or against DI being in place in the NBA. And this guy was debating him, saying, no, it is in place. Look at how many black people are in the NBA. He's like, I have an extra thing that Charlie Kirk didn't even mention in that. And I only saw the clip. But he said, well, DI is not in the NBA. Nobody's there just saying, let's get more black people. Black people are just usually better overall than the other ethnic groups. There's no rule in place saying that they have to hire certain people based off certain skin tones.
Yeah.
And I would add, culturally speaking, far more black people are trying to get into the NBA than any other ethnic group.
Yeah.
Yes, it was started by white people, but when you think of the best basketball players of all time, outside of Larry Bird, and then like
Bob Cousy, Jerry
West, the logo of the NBA. But when you think of the best ever, it's usually Michael Jordan at the top. After him, it's LeBron or Kareem, both black. Steph Curry is a huge person now. He's black and white. I don't know what, but still, he's still black.
We claim him.
Kevin Durant, black.
Yeah.
It's not to say, look, it proves his point. It's to say culturally speaking, culture affects society.
Yes.
And that's a reason why most hockey players are white. Because how many black people are really dedicating their lives to try to be hockey players?
What's not even that? Also, kind of culturally, like geographically.
Geographically, you look at Canada, you look at the higher parts of the United States of America, that's just where that has a dense population of white people. That's just how it is.
There's like one ice rink in Dallas or in Texas. Or
I've never been to an ice skating rink in Texas.
There's one in the mall. I think it's like towards Houston. There's one, and it's big.
I saw it. I visited Houston, and I saw that mall. Yeah,
that's it.
And that's the only, you know what? Yeah, you're right. It's inside that gigantic mall they have right there.
And that's it. Like, there's no is what's available to us. You know
so
what I
not
mean?
only are these people, I don't think he's made it sound like they were just naturally better, and
he did.
And ethnic groups are naturally better at different things. I would disagree. Because you see, it's not like it's built in the DNA of black people to be good at basketball, but not hockey. Like, if you try at something good enough and you're athletic enough, you're going to be good at it. Will you be as good as, a Wayne Gretzky?
No.
But neither are most of the white people. Basically, every other white person is not Wayne Gretzky. So.
But in the same conversation,
I know nothing about hockey.
That same Mike Madonna, man.
Mighty
Stars,
Ducks.
man. Oh my God. But in that same conversation, he brought up the fact that, like, he used that argument for his DEI argument that was saying that, because the guy brought up that in the beginning it was just white people. And he was like, okay, well then once black people came, the audience membership went up. He was like, the skill set went up. And he was like, if you like DEI and you think that's appropriate, then you would put it that percentage had to be white. And he said, why do you think that there are not as many white people now? Because he was like, he said, if the percentage was to bring white people back up into the NBA and keep black people out, then he said you would lose very talented people because they didn't get the opportunity because you gave it to a white person.
Yeah.
And I think that is so true. That was his argument. But DEI has to work both ways if you want that to be effective. But also, it shouldn't be a mandatory thing. Yeah. I think that's what his biggest issue with it was.
Yeah.
And I agree.
I don't think it should be a thing at all. Under a perfect world, you would just get hired based on your credentials. And then if every single person in your workforce happens to be black, oh well. Every person, if half of them are Indian, half of them are white, oh well. That's just the way it worked.
Yeah.
Now, there's too many social constructs and things we have to think about these days. You don't want to look a certain way. Maybe you prefer this group of people based off a stereotype, whatever the case is. But in a perfect world, affirmative action, DI, all that stuff would not be in place because it wouldn't be necessary.
It wouldn't be. There is a trial that was ran. It was a black lady and a white lady who they filled out like 88 job applications. They weren't going to go to them, but they did it. They had the same education. They went to the same college, and they both filled it out. But the black person got like 10 callbacks, and the white person got like 70. And it was like, well, why is that if they got the same everything? And apparently it's because her name was like something like a real black name. And that's what they're saying was the reason that she didn't get enough.
It's just a super black name, so they thought,
I don't know.
They should hire the person with the black name?
No, the black lady didn't get it. She got like 10.
I heard the black person got 10 and the white lady got 70.
Yeah.
But the white lady had a black name.
No, the black lady had like a really black name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there's some people are saying, well, that's why she didn't get as many.
Maybe they're just like, what the heck?
I don't know. But it was cool to see that like they had the same background, the same like everything.
Interesting test.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's just a way of life, I guess. But I don't know. And he couldn't really defend that one. He didn't have any evidence about it. But
yeah, you can't defend what you don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Some people would have tried anyway. Well, they would have been like, well, I'm sure in that situation, like, oh, you're lying. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I don't know. That dude had a lot to speak about.
He did.
And I think it's cool to see. I think you just got to, first off, don't just listen to somebody and be like, oh, that's the way it goes. I think you should listen and then do your own research.
Yeah. Challenge your own beliefs. Challenge theirs. Yeah. The person you're talking to. I'm sure you would have loved that kind of job.
To be
just be talking to people
Oh yeah.
about random stuff?
Debate
get
me.
paid?
Prove me wrong. Come on now. Say, no, I like that though. I like it because also it gets people talking. But this is one thing I do like about, and this is about to go back to the racist thing because he was like, "Do you believe?" He told this black guy, he's like, "Do you believe in DEI?" And he was like, "I think it needs to change." He's like, "Okay, well then why?" He was like, "Because," he was like, "It's important because he thinks it helps black people grow, but he doesn't like that it's like forceful." And he was like, "Okay, well then we kind of agree on the same thing." And he was like, "No, because he thinks it's not racist, and Charlie thought it was racist." And he was like, "Is racism like a huge problem in the world, not just in like America?" And he was like, "It's a problem, but it's more so in America than like everywhere, which it is everywhere, but like more so in America." And he was like, "Well, why do we keep like talking about it and fighting it instead of trying to grow together?" And I think that's a huge thing in my eyes because that's my whole thing too. It's like, why do we like it's cool to talk about it to like change, right? But don't talk about it and be like, okay, well, because my people were oppressed that we need to like oppress others
Fight
to get
back.
to where we need to be. Why can't we
Eye
just
for an
do it?
eye.
Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There has to be another way.
Morgan Freeman brought it up himself when he was asked. He was like, "How do we fix racism? Like, stop talking about it." And I don't think he meant like if something racist happens, you just don't report it. But people, it's almost like people want racism to happen
Yes.
so that they have something to fight against. People love to be not only the victim, but the underdog and fight their way up throughout all of human history. And if you keep saying woe is me all the time, and woe is me because of this group of people, these people,
Yeah.
you're not going to get anywhere.
No.
You're just causing resentment between groups.
It is. One of the guys was like, and this I agreed with him too a little bit, but also not. Because he was like, can black people be racist towards white people? And the guy said yes, which is true. Black people can be, anybody can be racist towards anybody.
By
But
definition.
he was saying that we're not trying to generalize white people as racist. He said it's more so like an oppressional state. He was like, it could have been anybody, but it's more so like we're not angry at white people because they're white. We're angry because we were oppressed by them. And I was like, well, so you can call it however you want, but it's still the same concept that you're upset with these white people.
Plus, he's wrong. He wasn't oppressed by anybody.
Well, that too, but
You live in modern day United States of America.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak on his experience.
Okay, I mean, as a society. Yeah, him in particular, maybe he had like a terrible boss who was racist or just straight up mean and terrible to him. Who knows? So you don't want to, like you said, you don't want to assume someone else's personal experience. But
for the masses,
bro, all of human, if we had to go based on generational guilt, or like everybody would hate everybody ever, because every single society and culture on this planet has owned slaves, has oppressed somebody at one point or another. Plenty before they met black people, white people were enslaving each other like crazy.
Yeah,
black people were enslaving each other like crazy. They still got pockets of slavery in Africa for some goofy reason.
That's your shit.
All right, but hey.
But my thing, okay, so serious question. How would you fix or solve the act of racism now?
Fix it?
Yeah.
There's no way to be done with it like, boom.
Yeah.
You need, I think part of it is stop drawing attention to it where it doesn't exist, for one.
Mm.
I think a lot of it is talking with each other, because I think a lot of people don't want others to talk with each other because it runs the risk of people understanding each other better.
Mm-hmm.
So I think open dialogue like Charlie Kirk was having is really important. Even if you completely disagree, at least you get to talk about it and try to understand each other's point of view. Racism in general, I don't know. It's different all around the world.
Yes.
In the United States, racism is thought of as, whites hating blacks. Across the sea, it could be whites hating whites because they're Scottish and those over there are Irish. And then across that is in the Middle East, they hate each other and they look dang near the exact same, but it's based on borders.
Yeah.
And they are different people than we are. A lot of it has to come down to actually seeking to understand others. It all comes down to empathy.
It does.
Honestly, I mean, I love it if everybody just turned to the church like, hooray, we're all brothers and sisters. More likely, it's going to take open dialogue and a concerted effort to try to understand someone that you don't like.
I still think it's crazy in general, racism. I think that's just one of the craziest
it's a goofy
aspects
word
of life.
because it almost makes you racism. I've always hated that word. My bad, because it makes it seem like they're literally a different race when they're not. Race is your species. Like we're human beings, and then over thousands of years, people developed different skin tones and cultures.
Yeah,
and decided they were different.
Just to not like someone because of color or skin.
Yeah, especially in the United States, in your own country, sometimes in your own hometown. People, it's tribalism. Like you see it in football teams. That person's a Raiders fan. I'm a Dolphins fan for whatever reason. And people get in the fights over that.
Yeah.
People get in different fights because they're from the south side of Chicago and I'm from the north side of Chicago.
Yeah.
And there could be nothing different. They could be cousins and they get in a fight and start trying to hurt each other.
It's kind of like, if you think about it, like gangs. And this is it's broad and I'm going to narrow it down.
Go ahead. You're just starting. Go ahead.
But it's about gangs. I think about it. They fight. You can join Crips and Bloods and you can like fight somebody over color. But you don't really know like the value of what a gang is. You don't know how the gang originated. You're just joining the gang because you think like, well, okay, well, if I join this gang, I got people that can help me protect myself and. But originally, gangs were created to protect from like cops and like all these other people, and they were protected to like grow as a neighborhood. And then it became
in a way sometimes.
Then it became a way of like, okay, well, in order for us to protect each other, we got to have money. So then people started robbing each other, and then people started doing this, and then it just became just.
A lot of it's selfishness.
Bad.
Over periods of time. You take a good idea. Hey, there's a reason why Freddy and Scooby-Doo and they're like, come on, gang. Because they were like a gang of people who did that stuff. Then gangs are now synonymous with criminals who gang together and go bang.
Yeah, but there's good gangs. Like, gang has such a negative connotation on it. But it's like.
The Justice Gang.
Like. Everything is a gang. A gang is just a group of people if you really think about it. Yeah. But is it good or is it bad? I don't know. Even like Young Thug who made a gang and he got like a RICO charge and whatever.
This man actually got away.
I mean, he got probation.
For a long, what is it, 20 years?
Yeah.
Crazy. But he got away.
No, I mean, he still pleaded guilty.
No, I mean, he got away from being in prison.
Jail? Yeah, for sure.
People have done way less than him and we never saw them again.
Yeah.
So hopefully he changes his life. But yeah, he said he created a gang.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that just...
People want to belong to something.
Yeah. But having that tangent again. But having a mindset to kill somebody over something that you don't like is just never sat right with me. Even gun violence in general. Because I'm all like... I get hot-headed. And I used to be hot-headed before... like
college,
even like
high school,
before sophomore year of college. I would say freshman year, I was like I was testing waters. I was like, let's do it.
That's why I wasn't seeing you were just getting into fights.
Nah, I wanted to. I definitely wanted to get in a fight. I had this like, mind you, don't care, but like when I came, I saw all these people. I was like, let me like set my mark here. Like nobody can really mess with me. But that was just like a childish mindset.
Then you saw me act like, dang, some people are better out there, huh?
Absolutely not. But I just think I'm all condoning with fighting. Like, if you, like, I don't think problems should be solved by fights, but I'd rather you fist fight than shoot somebody. Because at least at the end of the day, win or lose,
people walk away.
You can walk away.
Usually.
Yeah.
I guess you could kill somebody
you
like
could,
that.
But
hopefully you wouldn't fight either. Because that's also just giving up your argument. Screw it, I'm going to hurt this person.
That is true. And that's just...
But to murder them?
Idiotic. But
disgusting behavior.
I'd rather you fight than shoot somebody.
Honestly.
Fight with your words first.
There's one clip I saw of Charlie Kirk. It almost sounded like he wanted to fist fight some journalist.
Oh, yeah?
He was like talking super mad smack to him. He's like, come on, let's go. He's like, got out of the chair. And they're like, the other panel people like, Charlie, calm down. He's like, let's get it going. I'm like, whoa. But yeah, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve to go that way.
He did not.
I'm Christian, so I believe he's looking at, hopefully he's in a much better place. Hopefully he'll inspire people towards dialogue instead of violence.
He talked with this one lady who was a Buddhist.
Wow, okay.
About two things. About Buddhism, and Catholics and Christianity.
Yeah.
And then he also talked about abortion. And so she brought up that she thinks, because it was kind of what you and Stephanie talked about with like souls and whatever, right?
Yeah.
So the lady brought up the fact that abortion should not, or freedom of choice, right? And then she was like, what if, because she brought up her mom. She was like, my mom had medical problems giving birth to my little brother. And she was like, if she wanted to, she should have had the choice to be like, okay, well, if I give birth, I might die, and I don't want that. She was like, it was a high chance that she died if she gave birth to my little brother, but she went through with it anyway. His argument was, okay, is your mom still alive? And she tried to like not answer the question, but she was like, that's not what we're here to talk about right now. And he was like, no, is your mom still alive? And she was like, yes. So he was like, your mom is still alive, and she had a high chance of dying. And then he was like, okay, well, do you love your little brother? Is your little brother alive? And she was like, yeah. And she was like, do you wish your little brother wasn't here? And she was like, no, I wish he was here. She was like, okay, well, if your mom chose to get rid of your kid, then not only you wouldn't have your little brother. And he was saying that, like, I understand that there are a lot of bad situations, but your mom was still alive, but she gave birth to your little brother who you love both, and they were still okay, even though the percentage was high. And that, I don't know, it's debatable. I don't want to get into that, but it's still the fact that, like...
Because it could have went another way. Like, is your mom still alive? No, she died. Oh, well...
Then, yeah, but he was like, how could you come and debate me and bring up that as your example? And both of them lived. And I was like,
yeah, it kind of worked in his favor.
Yeah.
Like, I guess even he in that instance would be saying, yeah, your argument would be a lot stronger if something bad would have happened.
That's what he was saying.
But you showed up and used that as an example, and they're all alive.
Yeah, but he also said, he was like, okay, well, let's say they did die. He was like, okay, well, then let's say if you have a medical reason and that it would cause you to die or whatever, that you can get an abortion. He was like, okay, well, that's still like a small percentage compared to everyone who gets abortions just because they don't think
it's whatever. Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I agree. But then she was like, well, I'm a Buddhist and I believe that humans have their own right to think. And he was like, okay. He was like, because she brought up that as a Buddhist, it's about making your getting to like nirvana, like getting to that peak of like spirituality.
Yeah, your own
awakening. And he was like, okay, well, so how should the world live? If he's like, if you think abortion should be for each person and you're a Buddhist, then how should the world live? Because he was like, as Christians, we don't just focus on ourselves. We try to make it a whole, like make everyone grow. And he's like, as a Buddhist, your selfishness goal is to make yourself become enlightened. He was like, well, how would you make that compared to the norm? He's like, we got to have rules. We got to have regulations. And he was like, if we have rules and regulations, then there's a good and a bad. And that how do you find that middle ground if you're only focused on yourself? And I think back to your conversation with Stephanie about souls, because I kind of agree with her and I kind of don't. I don't think she explained it right. But I do think everyone has a soul.
Mm-hmm.
But when you were talking about how like animals, or she was saying, I don't remember how the conversation really was going.
She said every living creature has a soul,
including
like the smallest, dumbest animal.
Yeah. And your debate was, you said something because they're not on the same mind level as us?
Well, I said, because I was trying to see, like, if she thought the consciousness was the same as the soul. And like she said, well, no, they're different. Like, well, they don't have the same level of consciousness then. I don't even know if I actually took a stance. I just kept questioning her.
You
but
did.
Oh, I did take?
No, yeah, I mean, you kept questioning
I just
her.
questioned. Yeah, that's the best thing to do, huh? But just never give your own opinion. Just ask. But yeah, I was trying to figure out, because if they aren't the same, the consciousness and the soul, then it doesn't matter how these things think. And it's up to who knows who, God. And
So what do you think?
What do I think? I don't know if they have I know there's like really smart animals like dolphins, and I doubt any of them are as smart as us. Otherwise, they would have made their own stuff by now. But I don't know. I've never been sure whether to think the consciousness is like a symptom of having a soul, or if it's just a great thing we have, and then we also have a soul. Because we have a brain. Brain is, other people have brain. Ours are just the best. So, and like it was just a random conversation about, like we drew some other stuff into it, like the 10-year-old thing and all that. But really, it just started out as animals having souls.
Do they?
I doubt it.
All right. So the better question is, what is a soul?
The soul is, I mean, that's a good question, but I think a soul is essentially the immortal form of a human being.
Why?
Because Jesus and God have only ever referenced the soul for human beings.
Okay. But then if that's the case, then why did he have the ark?
So that animals could survive and they had stuff to eat.
So if animals can survive, then why don't they have a soul?
What do you mean if they can survive?
Well, like if he made the ark so that all animals can survive, then why can't they have a soul too?
It wouldn't matter if they had a soul or not. The whole purpose of them being there is so that life in general could just survive on the planet. Because if only Noah and his people were there because they had souls, but everything else didn't, like, all right, screw everything else. Not like God didn't make any more animals after that.
Right.
They would show up and then just starve to death.
Vegetarians right now.
First off, that's a goofy thing to do. Secondly, goofy, I'm telling you.
I eat fish.
A lot of them, fish is a meat. Stop it.
Oh, yeah. I am not debating that at all.
It's a meat. Anybody who says it's not is goofy. But yeah, I think it was just a necessity. Not only because God said to do it. Well, he didn't. That's the thing people get confused. This is now a biblical debate. In the Bible, people usually say 2 of every animal. It wasn't 2 of every animal. It was 2 of every species of animal. It's like 2 cats, types of that type of animal, 2 of birds, not 2 canaries and 2 falcons and 2.
Yeah.
So it's just so life could go on the planet. Supposedly. God didn't write down anything in the margins. You know, the reason I did this was because actually the dogs had a soul. If in that case, if it's because they had a soul, he's like, though the soul of every other animal outside these 2 of each species don't matter.
What you mean?
Because you said they were put on the ark because they had souls.
I didn't say because they had soul. I didn't say they were put on the earth because they had soul.
The ark.
The ark. Yeah, but I was just saying that agree. I do think that everything has a soul that is living. But
yeah, and I brought up, do they have different types of souls? To Stephanie.
Yeah, but then she said that it's because of the consciousness.
That's right.
And I don't think it is because of conscious, but I don't think that it's just because they're alive. Well, I don't know. Because I feel like things that are not alive can't have a soul.
Are plants alive? They're living.
They are living things.
They have cells. They grow. They die.
Yeah.
Do they have souls?
I don't know.
If they have souls, what type of soul? Is every plant going to appear in heaven, or is that only for the souls of human beings, as I said?
Mm-hmm. But you got to, I feel like all living things have, I don't know, I feel like they do have souls. Animals, Because they still have a system in their own work. It's not as intelligent as complex as humans, but ants still have a system. Bees have a system. Dogs.
But they have their
cats.
systems. I didn't think it was just based off of intelligence. I think it's based off of God's design.
Yeah. So is soul dealing with intelligence?
Nah. Because I think people with incredibly large mental deficiencies have souls.
Oh, wait. I think I know what it was. So
I told her that too.
I think because you told her that you asked her anyway, was souls because of a like a moral compass is what you were saying. Was it like, do animals?
It originates from like absolute good.
Yeah. But is that?
And animals don't care about such things. They don't make systems of, I'm doing the right thing, I'm doing the wrong thing. They go to eat.
But why is it that we do?
Because we're us.
But why? I feel like animals have.
We were made to.
Yeah, I know.
If you look at the Bible, it's because we messed up in the Garden of Eden, and then
But I feel like animals have like I said, they have like their own system of living that. I mean, they strive, they survive. Yeah. But I feel like we have like a morally thing that
we've made moral absolutes.
Yeah, that I don't think are necessarily all the ways right.
I mean, there's a lot of gray area and things disagree on, but mostly people overall agree on certain moral absolutes.
True, but says who though? Like, I'm giving an example,
God.
but no, I'm not talking about that. But I'm giving an example, but I don't agree with it, okay? Let me just say that.
Give your
before
example.
We do
disclaimer, he does not agree with anything he's about to say.
But if we go back and look at the olden times, right? Mm-hmm. There are people. What's that?
The olden times.
The olden times, not biblical, but olden.
Okay. 1930s.
I don't know, baby. But they were like marrying kids.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yes, we changed it morally based and off of like their brain thing and everything.
Yes,
right? But it was then. It was legally then that they could do that.
So it was technically right by law.
Right. But it was changed, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So if back in the day it was legal, now it's not, who's to say that it can't change again? And if it does change again, does that mean that what we're thinking of now isn't moral?
Yes, exactly, actually. Only to a certain extent, though. Because if you're religious, there will be things, whether you think it should be changed or not, there will always be right and wrong put by the man upstairs.
We have a doctrine.
Based on our society, it will change. 50 years from now, you and I could be older men. Like old men, actually. We're going to be almost 80.
Yeah.
And crazy. I'm not making it that long. But we could be old. And like back in my day, you were an adult when you're 18 and they moved it up to 22. And everybody who was 20 years old messing around with somebody would be seen as immoral.
Yeah.
So who knows? Right? They could have changed certain tax laws or just anything. A lot of the things we see as normal today were immoral even 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Certain movements that have now taken, which Charlie Kirk has mentioned too. But like I said, there's moral absolutes. Like if you look at the 10 Commandments, obviously there's some people just don't care. Mm. But you shall not kill. Don't kill in cold blood. Most people all around the world, every walk of life can agree. Did you just murder that man? No one's going to be like, what a good thing you did.
Yeah.
It was you just murdered somebody. So I think part of that, and it's like a bit semantics, like what will actually go into your soul. You'll say, like, I feel down to my soul. I doubt you can actually feel your soul whenever you wish, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe that feeling you get at church is your soul. Or maybe you won't feel it until the end.
I mean, hey, they say that your consciousness sometimes could be that little.
See, that's what I was originally starting the conversation to see. Like, is the consciousness a symptom of your soul? Is that why we're such evolved beings? Because we were given a soul and the body is formed around that soul, and then now your brain, which is a physical part, forms around it and gives you a consciousness?
See, I don't know.
Or is it just two things that are separate?
It's debatable. I've been to a lot of different churches.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they're the same thing, but I've been to a lot of different churches. And they talk about spirit. And they say, like, God, the spirit is in us and that it speaks to us and all that stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Some people believe that the spirit is on its own entity and that is not, like, directly speaking to us as in a conscience. Some people think that when you get that conscience, like, oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, that is the spirit talking to you. But
Maybe.
who's to say? I don't know if it is or isn't. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
But then what is it?
That's exact. I don't think they're the same thing. Maybe they're tied together. I'm sure if God really wanted to, like, let's say you do have a soul and you have a conscience and they're not the same thing, right? If God wanted to speak to you through your dreams, which is part of your conscience, he can.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean all of a sudden they're the same thing. Yeah, exactly. He has. It doesn't mean all of a sudden, oh, it's confirmation. The soul is the conscience. It's the brain after all. No, it just means that's the way it went.
Yeah.
He can make you feel it in your elbow if he really wanted to.
Some people can shape their conscience depending on.
Exactly. Some people get injuries and can no longer form their conscience into certain thoughts.
Yeah.
In my belief, once you ascend to heaven, all your ailments of mind and body are gone.
Mm-hmm.
It would be kind of a low blow if some people were handicapped in heaven.
So, random tangents. Oh my God. But do you think that when you go to heaven, that you still have the ability to think on your own accord? And if that is the case, right?
You're probably just blinded by the glory of God most of the time.
Right. But now, if that's the case, you have free will and all that.
Yes.
Then will there still be bad deeds done?
In heaven? No.
Why not? What changes? Because no one is perfect.
Absolute truth.
Yes.
It's right in front of you.
Yeah, but no one's perfect, right? Some people still have...
Why do people make bad decisions? Either mental illness, which will be gone. Influence of other evil people who will be gone. Or a belief that what they're doing is right, which will be gone. Because once God... I'm guessing it's the absolute truth. It's God right there. So any illusion that you may have had about some sort of, I'm doing the right thing, no one understands it, will be gone. Because you're always in his presence. That's what heaven is the kingdom of God.
Yeah.
So there will be no room for making, you will make your decisions, but in my mind, it will always be the right decision. For now, you're in the presence of God. You know what decision is the right decision. To make the wrong decision in the presence will be impossible, not because he holds you back from doing so, but because you're now your full true self, and now you yourself would never make that decision.
But if that's the case,
unless like Lucifer can mess with you up there too.
But if that's the case,
I think humans, no.
If that's the case, then
angels could.
Sir?
No, you'll never get your thought off. Never. All right, go ahead.
If that's the case, then is it truly free? Because if I have the ability to go make a mistake, right?
Yeah.
I guess, let's say if I was going, I don't know, to go do something, I don't know, spill water or something, I don't know. I don't really have a sin that is like, I guess all sins are equal, but I don't know. What if I just didn't take the trash out?
That's sin?
I don't know, but like, I don't know. I'm just saying like
something bad.
Something bad happens. Something small bad that isn't all equal apparently. But if I choose to do something that does not align with what you think is right, or what I don't think is right, but what you think you should do, like if I'm doing this and you're like, well, you shouldn't do that, I'm gonna do this, then is that great like potential for a conflict? What if it does? What if our actions don't align with what we wanted to do?
That's what I was getting at. Like, you and I are human. So when we disagree and you think you're doing the right thing, I think I'm doing the right thing, but it doesn't line up, that's our human fault.
Mm-hmm.
When you're next to God, there is no debate. It's not like, maybe what I'm doing actually kind of makes sense. Like, no, it wouldn't. If he says,
But why not though?
because it's God. He knows God is good by definition.
That is true.
That's what good is.
Yes.
So to go against what he said is good would immediately be bad.
But besides, like,
and it's not him saying, I'm sure, okay, what you're really, I guess you're trying to say is, will there be crime or whatever in heaven? I doubt it.
No, not crime.
Like, will there be bad decisions? Maybe some goofball in heaven. I sincerely doubt. I only think that based on our design, because I think that's why part of the reason why we're here, and his other created beings with consciousness, whatever, started with him. I think that's the reason, like, why Lucifer fell. He only had that, and he knew he was wrong, but he fell down, did his thing. We started in a place of ignorance with only each other to go off of, and then his teachings. Our ultimate reward is to be in his presence, where we will become our true selves, blah, 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 blah. So why would anybody ever, upon being healed, seeing the absolute truth in the end, ever make a bad decision?
Well, I guess it depends on what is a bad decision. This is the test. But what is a bad decision, right? We all live
bad decision is something against God's will.
Yeah,
by definition.
But if God,
our societal constructs will be thrown out the window as soon as we get there.
I'll say it again.
Our societal constructs will be thrown out the window as soon as we get there. It will no longer matter.
But if we all live our own lives, right?
Indeed.
And we all do our own things in heaven.
Right? I don't know what we'll be doing.
I don't know either. Floating? I don't even know what heaven really is. But if we go there and we have our image in our mind, right? And we're doing our thing, then what's to say that what we're doing doesn't align with someone else's thing? So, like, let's say you hang up your picture on that wall, right? And I'm like, well, actually, the picture should be on this wall.
Crazy.
Right? But if I don't like that you have your picture there and I think it should be there, who's to say, like...
That's not a moral conundrum, though. That's just preference.
Right. But that can lead to something else.
You mean like people will still have their own beliefs and
not
preferences
beliefs.
Not spiritual beliefs. I think it's kind of set in stone once you see them, but I'm talking like beliefs like, I hung up on my cloud, I put this thing, right? Yeah. And this person's like, I would have done it sideways. I don't think it would matter. I don't think it will matter to us anymore. Because there's nothing else for us to achieve other than what we already have.
Okay.
It's like, there's no one who can be like, well, I'm just trying to live my life one day at a time. Life is done. You've reached the infinite.
Then what?
Are you worried it's going to be boring?
No, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, man.
I hope God just lets me mess with people here on earth every once in a while. It's like, whisper. You know what I mean? Like if I just go quick and like you're walking down the hall, I'm like, Jamal. And you're like, what? Like, not to scare them. Maybe to scare them. But like,
you want to scare people, and that's okay.
No, I just want to like give heavenly advice. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You asked for God, but I'm here. Sorry.
Sorry.
I mean, he's listening. I asked to do this myself. Yeah, definitely don't kill that person. I just want to say that. That's just on me, though. Man. It's up to you.
It's your
back
choice.
Cause like you couldn't just say it was. I said it was up to him, Father.
Yeah, it's free will.
Free will.
Whatever
by your design.
Is.
Crazy that he did it right after I left, though. Maybe you get it next time.
I don't know. I went to church today, and
you
we talked about God creating men and women in His image, right? What exactly do you think that is?
Not physically.
Yeah.
In His image, I used to have a great answer for this, and I forgot. An amazing answer. In His image, to me, excuse me, is likely. Honestly, it might be the soul. He's a spiritual being. Or he's whatever he wants, but he's a spiritual being. He made us in His image, made us literally the soul. So that's what he made us in, as spiritual beings. Maybe that's the answer to the question. He made humanity in his image, in the image of a spiritual being only he could make. And that's why the souls of animals, even if they have one, are not in his image. Only we are. Only we have the complexity of soul that's in his image, not completely his complexity, but yeah. Which also gives us the capacity to do good and evil. Or just good. We get tempted by evil ourselves. That's the decisions we make.
Mm.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Eve. You ruined it, man.
How dare y'all?
For real. Made it way more interesting, I suppose.
I guess.
I kind of want to see that angel with the sword, though.
I mean, we got this life. We could have been walking around with animals naked and just...
Never had the internet because everybody you knew was like down the street. How large is the garden?
It's a great question.
Is it just as big as it needs to be?
I want to go back to them times. I want to live till I'm like 937 years old.
That's terrible.
I don't know.
Can you imagine? Like, I'm getting old.
Again.
Like you're middle-aged is like... Actually, you could never die when the Garden of Eden is literally immortal. See, there was no middle age. You were just always in your prime. Hit me up with the Eden vaccine, please.
Man.
Nah, I wouldn't want to live forever. That'd be the worst for a religious person.
You
Can you imagine?
Never getting to see it?
Never.
Until he comes?
And literally, he might just be like, you don't get to go. You want to live forever, huh? But Jesus, come on. Nah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad died 900 years ago. 9,000 years ago.
You're still kicking.
No, you could have talked to them, you know. They wanted to see you.
Question before we get into our next topic.
Do we have them? It's an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I guess it is, huh? Dang. Jesus was a...
God?
Jesus was a man who spread the word. Right?
Indeed.
There were other prophets that came before him. In the sense of proclaiming that they are Jesus.
What?
Yeah. People were claiming that they're the next person.
You mean the Messiah?
Yeah. Not like Jesus. Jesus?
Like, well, I've never heard of that. I'm Jesus. They're like, who?
Yeah, no.
What?
And no one believed them. Some people did. I'm not going to say no one. And then Jesus came and no one believed him, and some people did. Why is it that, and maybe, I don't know how I really explain it. No, but why is it that when people talk about it now, that well, let me rephrase this because I know the answer biblically. Let me rephrase this one more time. Why is it that when people talk about the end coming, right? And they talk about people before Jesus saying that, oh, I'm this person and that I'm spreading the word and I have been blessed by God and to do this and that and that. Why is it that no one believed them then? Why is it that when people talk about the end coming now, no one believes it now? And no one believed Jesus when he came too. Well,
Jesus claimed to be the Messiah. The Messiah, the Jews said would come one day. And that's the reason why Jews today don't believe Jesus was the Messiah, because he didn't, in their eyes, fulfill the certain criteria of that. He argued, well, I definitely am, because I'm telling you, I'm who I am. In fact, he went beyond that. He was like, they said, you're flying in the face of the laws of Moses. And he said, I am the law of Moses, which is crazy. Basically saying, I am God. I made those such laws.
Yeah.
After, I've seen people debate this, like saying, why? Because Jesus said he was God from our perspective as Christians. And the Jews who made the Messiah thing and they rejected people before him and rejected people after him, he did not fulfill it in their eyes. But what kind of vindicates him and the people who believed in him at the time, even though you said like people didn't believe in him now and they believe the second coming and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. When he was reported to the Roman authorities by the Jews there and was sentenced to death and died, they thought that was it. Like he was a failed Messiah. He was a liar. Had him executed. The end. Then he came back from the dead and had several eyewitnesses see him and then floated away and then disappeared. Mm. If you call somebody a liar and a heretic to say they were God, and then that same person is brought back to life by God 3 days later, it kind of vindicates his message of I am the Messiah. Everything I said is true. So regardless if people believed him before or afterwards and didn't think he was the Messiah, God rose from the dead. It's a vindication of everything he'd said and a condemnation of everybody who disagrees. Right then and there. So it doesn't matter that people didn't believe the people before him, people didn't believe the people after him, or him himself. The debate was over, for Christians anyway, the moment he came back from the dead.
Yes, but, and I agree 100% everything you said, but it shouldn't have to, he talks about, I shouldn't have to prove myself, which he did multiple times.
To be fair, I was just about to say, he performed like 90 miracles for these guys, and they still didn't care.
Thank you. But yeah, see, that's my thing, though. Like, he shouldn't have to prove it, but he did, and still people didn't believe in the fact that Jesus was Jesus, or that Jesus was God.
It shows the power of personal belief.
Yeah.
Like what you said, the free will. These people were shown right in front of them. Anything short of Jesus forcing them to believe him, like through touching their head, just showing them, yeah, I'm God. Oh, he could have done it. They didn't feel like he needed to.
Right.
Even with showing miracles, somebody could say, you're a witch, or you're just a prophet, or whatever the case is. It shows the power of personal belief, or even something as powerful as actual miracles appearing before your very eyes that are completely unexplainable. People will believe what they want to believe.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, it's up to them to come to a realization of, it could be religious, it could be anything else. It could be something Charlie Kirk told them. It will be up to them to challenge their belief and come to that decision. And a lot of people rejected people that claimed to be the Messiah before Jesus, like you said. After Jesus himself for 2,000 years. And they'll continue to do so until the end.
I know. But my whole thing is, we believe in faith, we believe in God.
Yeah.
And we do these things without the notion of prove it to me. Because I feel like if you are a Christian and you're going like, well, I believe in God, or even if you're like an upcoming Christian, you want to have faith into Christianity. And to have to go and be like, well, God has to prove his existence before I can have faith in him is just the opposite of what faith is in general. But it's still like, why is it that we have to, that people have to see proof in order to even believe it at all? And even when proof is given to them, it's still that, well, I don't know, or I don't like
all of society. They probably, the first person who made fire, probably like, well, show me. He told me this can, what does you say, cook a steak? He'll show me what it does. And then they had to prove it. Versus like, you have to prove your ideas to people to get them to follow you. You have to show some sort of evidence. And there might be this thing like, well, I want to believe, but none of you guys, like you said, it's the purpose of faith. And I believe he would prefer people to have faith in him and come into that understanding themselves rather than being forced to do so. But some people would argue, well, why did he show some other people? He's sent people visions. He's brought people back from the dead, healed them of their illnesses. Why won't he show me some way? Because at the end of the day, it has to go up to what he considers necessary. And if he has not shown you without a shadow of a doubt that he is real for one way or another, he does not deem it necessary. So honestly, they should see it as a positive. That God did not feel like, dang, I got to just show them myself, huh? And you are capable of coming to that decision on your own. He doesn't, or even the people who were capable of it, he showed them the way. Moses, because he felt he needed him to do something.
Yeah.
Yes, God can do anything. He could have been like, boop, okay, everybody believes in me now. But is that the way he wants things to go? No.
Which again, I'm just saying this now. I am, like I will always say, I'm very strong in my faith.
Yes.
But you always got to question it. No, question, because you only get answers if you don't question. I'm not saying question your faith. I didn't
question my faith as in like, maybe this guy isn't real.
Oh, okay. What you say?
But when I was a kid, I was thinking to myself, like, I think it was about TJ. When I was like a little kid, like I just got back from Mississippi, and he's like, I think he didn't like, he wasn't really sure. He didn't really believe in God. And I was like all sad. I was like, oh no, does that mean TJ is going to go to hell? Oh no. Yes. And I was damn. But I was thinking like, oh man, what kind of God would do this? I know TJ's nice. At the same time, that was the extent of my challenging my faith. Because I was like, at the end of the day, the people who need to go somewhere will go somewhere.
That is true.
Let him into your life, TJ. Feel his breath within you.
There's so many
9-year-old, 10-year-old, 11-year-old Dominic was a crybaby.
Well, yeah, now too. Yeah.
All right.
I'm joking.
Sentimental.
I'm joking. But there's so many questions out there, and I'm always a person I go to pastors and ask them questions, even if I have the answer. Which I know when I ask a question, 8 times out of 10, I have my own answer. But it's just I want to see what's your thought process. I want to see if we're on the same level, and maybe you're different. Same reason why, like I said, with different religions, I want to know about different religions. I am strong in my faith and won't ever change, but I still want to know, why did you choose to be a Buddhist or to be whatever?
Have you ever gone into a question having an answer for yourself and then changes? Leave the conversation having your answer changed?
Yeah, for sure.
You have any specific examples?
One was with the Sabbath. So when I used to work at AutoZone, I like I said, strong in my faith, but I don't like to work on the Sabbath day. I don't like it at all, because we're not supposed to. But my question was, well, what is the Sabbath? Because it never specifically says Saturday or Sunday in the Bible. And everyone has their own day. And my thing was, well, is it Sunday? Is it Saturday? Is it Friday? What day is the Sabbath? All I know is it's the last day rested. So it was the first, what's the last day of the week? Do we go for this calendar? Do we go for some calendar that no one really knows that exists? And I talked to this guy, and he said, well, if you're Jewish, then the calendar is Saturday, and that the Sabbath is on a Saturday, and that it was changed because Christians believe it's Sunday to make it more convenient, whatever the case is. My thought process changed a little bit because I don't have a correct answer. And everyone I talk to has different answers. And the fact that it always boils down to it's a day of worship. And I think personally, whether it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it doesn't matter. As long as I can pick out a day and call it my own Sabbath. I don't know what day the real Sabbath was, but I do know that God wants us to worship on a day. And I think that as long as I have that day set in stone for me, that it's okay.
I mean, there likely was no set in stone day. There was a day. Was it even the day we consider a day now?
Yeah.
I mean, it was from his perspective when he was creating the world, he wasn't checking the calendar that his church would make and be like, Sunday it is.
Yeah.
And he didn't even need to rest. He just did it as an example, I believe.
Because I would go in thinking that it was Sunday. And then going into conversations, my ideals changed to Saturday. But then I was like, well, why is it that it's Sunday? Why is it that it's Saturday? I was questioning a lot. And I'm like, I'm just going to pick a day and just go with that for myself, not for anyone else's benefits, not for anyone else's like mindset. It's my day, and this is what I claim to be my Sabbath day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I don't want to get stoned. You know, there's a story. Well, there's a story in the Bible where this guy, you're not supposed to work on a Sabbath day whatsoever. And so this guy was like cutting down like a tree and like collecting wood, and everyone stoned that man to death because he worked on the Sabbath day. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Don't
crazy.
Like it. Well, they stoned him the next day, but he was still stoned.
Yeah, because stoning him would have been work.
Yeah, he was still stoned because he worked on a Sabbath day. He was like, well, I just got to keep my house warm. Well, you should have done it the day before, they said.
How did they know?
I guess someone saw him.
Were they working on spying on this guy?
Is that work?
What's considered work?
I feel like just
physical
labor.
activity.
Yeah.
You walked to his house.
Die, crucify right now.
Throwing those stones.
Yeah.
Thank goodness you did it the other day. Start stoning each other.
Hey. I don't know. I think I have a lot of questions. I'm always going to have questions.
That's
I don't
good.
think you ever should ever stop having questions.
Everybody should be inquisitive.
Yeah.
Not only just challenge your own beliefs, but look to learn new things.
Please.
Even if it's something weird, like about, I don't know, Atlantis, or just what kind of dinner you can make. New things.
Yeah.
New questions.
Same thing with Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was just an activist who spoke on his beliefs. Question those beliefs. Even if you listen and you like, okay, well, I agree with you on this, but why do I agree with you on this? What is this? How did this occur? Why is it like this? Why did you talk about it this way unless you didn't talk about this aspect of it? Oh, you left this part out. Why did you leave this part out? All those things exquisitely add up to some factor that you as an individual have to keep in mind for yourself. Don't fall on someone else's words without having your own thought process. That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah.
Question it. Why is the color red? Why?
I can tell you
What
that
are
right
our
now.
eyes like this? Why do we
Just kidding.
reflect light like this? What is going on?
Is the sky
Questioning it
actually
all.
blue?
They say no.
I mean, it is blue. It's just because of certain things. It looks blue. Anyway, I think that was good. Hour and a half.
Questions.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Should we go on to
hours.
something else? Or should we
It's
just
hour
end
and a
it?
half. Let's end it.
You want to
can
end
make
it here?
We can make another video.
Yeah, this was the Charlie Kirk inquisitive question episode.
It was. Question those
Yeah.
things, man.
Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. I applaud you for seeking to ask questions and have them answered by complete strangers who oftentimes disagreed with you completely.
Yeah.
And you did not deserve to be assassinated. I hope you're resting well in the great beyond. He was a Christian, so he believes he went to heaven. I believe so too. Hope you rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Prayers for his family, especially his daughters. That's terrible, especially in front of them. Unacceptable. Hopefully this nation can heal and continue to push issues. Even if you think someone's evil, push non-violently through dialogue, seeking to understand each other, place some answers, maybe make some people uncomfortable through dialogue. Yeah. Let us know what you thought of Charlie Kirk. Please be respectful. He has just died in a very gruesome and unnecessary way. Let us know. Was there any debates? Like, Jamal, did you watch any debates? Were there any topics you thought that convinced you one way or another that you thought were interesting? Does it inspire you to ask some questions yourself? Let us know. Let us know what we should be talking about. We're not trying to upset anybody. I'm sure we might have said a few things that maybe some of you didn't agree with, and we'll continue to do so because we like questioning everything, answering. Yeah. Closing thoughts, Jamal.
I want to say thank you all for coming. Thank you for being back here. We love it. We're going to be here again. I feel like we should make another video in 2 days. So we could talk about the Maroon 5. I'll listen to it. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
And release it. It could be a short video. It could be like 30 minutes. We just got to get some more content out there.
Why not?
You know?
You know what? We can do shorter videos too.
Yeah. But thank you guys for coming. Make sure that you go out and you learn something new. Go change a life. If you don't do anything, just go out and make one difference that you didn't do today.
Yeah.
Because it could change you. Tell us what you want to know. We love it. We're here. Let's talk about it. I want to talk with you. I want to talk with him. So please tell us a lot about what you got going on. Tell us about what we should talk about. I want to know about you. I want to know about why is the sky blue? I don't know. I do know, but I don't know. So please let us know. But yes, go out there, learn something new. If you, like he said, listen to a Charlie Kirk debate. Maybe you don't stand for what he's saying. Maybe
that's really fun.
And it's okay. I do want to hear about it. Tell me. I'll listen. I don't even want to judge you. But yeah, I want to hear what you got to say. Go out there, ask questions. If you don't ask questions, you'll be stuck. Exactly. The smartest man asks all the questions because he wants to know more. Learn, people.
Please.
But yeah, I love it.
Teach us a few things. Yeah.
Go drink your apple juice.
Go drink your tea.
Go inspire yourself.
Go inspire others.
Yeah. And come back.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, we will.
On Soul Oasis. Thanks for joining us. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. See you soon.